Very good morning to everyone, and thank you very much for having us here, the Chancellor and Vice Chancellor of REVA University. Thank you very much for that. And dignitaries on the dais, thank you for making it convenient to be there on this very special day, where we are trying to actually ensure that all of you are participating in this social revolution of actually changing the way in which we are thinking about languages in the country, changing the way in which we are thinking of using AI ML in the country. It's no more a toy play. It's a play, it's a tool for inclusivity, it's a tool for empowerment, it's a tool for ensuring that no person is left behind and no language is left behind. So I stand here as Chief Executive Officer of Digital India BHASHINI Division. Digital India BHASHINI Division is a independent business division under Digital India Corporation. And Digital India Corporation is a Schedule 8 company under Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. We are under the task of, no language to be left behind. And we have to transcend the language barriers, so we are looking at a platform, a situation where we are using voice as the first modality of communication. So we have different modalities of communication. We write letters, we write books, do a lot of things, but we are looking at voice as the first modality of communication. The other modalities, of course, remain and are a corollary that we will be in a position to do that. We are also looking at, building up a platform by which we are able to translate one language to other, automatic speech recognition, text-to-text translation, text-to-speech, optical character recognition, and most importantly, creating the digital dictionary of the country, which is right now more or less in a voice-based format, maybe in grandmother's story, and many other things which are there. So we are trying to do that as the first thing. A subsequent, obviously, impact which comes across is that we are actually bridging the digital literacy and digital divide as well as the literacy divide. How are we bridging that? Because we are making the computers interact with the human beings on voice. So, if you are able to speak to the computer and computer can speak to you, or any digital system can speak to you, you are actually not required to type on keyboard or drive a mouse or even know how to read and write. So there is another thing. So as I said in the beginning, it's a powerful tool for inclusivity, which is extremely important, content for our democracy here. We are also aware of the fact that, because of the digital systems becoming so pervasive, we are losing our language. And obviously, in some sense, we were also, leaving our culture behind, which has been so enriched over a period of time. So our job also is to, preserve the languages, bring those languages which are getting obsolete or not getting, due attention to the digital platform so that it is changing. And then, of course, to enhance, we are picking up as a productivity tool, so you will soon see how we are going to go about it. But most important activity is that, most important aspect of this is that we are trying to actually build a community of higher education institutes like you, community of linguistic, community of tech companies, community of all the people who can actually come into the system. And then, of course, we have outreach initiatives, and outreach initiatives are also to create innovative systems. So we have a hackathon today, an innovation challenge, which you will hear. And one of our motive of coming here is to encourage the students of this university, and through you, the entire Bangalore ecosystem, to participate in this particular innovation challenges, which are, which are going to take our philosophy, country's philosophy forward. We have always used technology for people's benefit, be it Aadhaar, be it UPI, be it any other technology. It has always been used. So this will be an example of AI ML being used for benefit of people rather than looking at some general purpose initiatives or advertisements or anything else, right? Going on to the next slide, where what we have done till now, that is what this slide says. We have approximately 359 plus AI models for translation. It is also giving you a kind of, we have created a platform which is giving approximate response time of 200 milliseconds. And this actually is for every inference, the performance levels which we are measuring today is about 200 milliseconds, which is quite fast. We are also having approximate, we are deploying systems, or the system is auto-healing, as well as the deployments are without bringing any downtime there. So you are actually, having almost 99.99% uptime. So we are, doing pretty, a focused way of building an infrastructure which will be always available and which is robust and scalable enough to actually take care of the requirements of, the country. Dwelling on it further, this is approximately, we are having 42 services which are there. We are having approximately 36 languages on text currently and 22 on, voice. From the system was built up about a year back, and we have done 2 billion, translation requests till now on the system, which includes voice plus text. Our system is, hit with about 9 million translation requests a day, and it is growing at the rate of 20% a month. And of course, Shailendra is in the crowd. He will say, no, that figure is incorrect. It is going double every month. But yeah, means I would rather talk about it. We have almost 10 lakh or a million downloads of our Bhashini application. And, when you leave this room, you should have downloaded Bhashini app on your mobile phone so that language does not remain a barrier when you visit another place. And incidentally, this system has been developed with 70 plus research partners. There are colleges like yours who have contributed to building this particular system. Almost all the universities and colleges who have a footprint on AI and NLP have contributed in building the model or the services which we are talking about. And it is actually leading to, this is a co-creation platform. So when we are basically looking at a platform, it is not about I build it and you use it. It is not a service, it is about co-creation. So when we are trying to say that this is what we have developed and you use it, we also expect that you would be giving us feedback to improve, because AI is at a stage of upswing. Feedbacks and, constructive criticism leads to the improvement of the entire system over a period of time. And hence, it is important for us to, use the system and give feedbacks to build the national digital infrastructure. Few slides I will just this slide is more to talk about the importance of data, and importance of data is basically a data which is either collected or get a feedback. When we were developing these models for 22 languages, which was our first goal, because those 22 languages were part of our 8th schedule of constitution, we had a challenge that, not more than 6 or 7 languages had, had a digital data footprint. And if you don't have digital data, you will not be able to build AI models. So we actually went across to collect the digital data on field. And on-field collection was meaning that, we had a mobile app on which there was a picture which was given, or some video or some information which was given. And, the people were asked to speak and write about it to create the parallel corpus, which is so important for that. And hence the feedback is important. Hence any parallel corpus you are building is very important. In Government of India, we are trying to actually also, as was introduced, we are creating an AI coach under India AI platform to ensure that the open data sets are on the platform. If you want to contribute the data set which has got restrictive access, that also is welcome. But ensuring that we have the currency of AI into one platform is very essential, and that is what we are trying to do. And this is what we have tried to do here. So again, going to the next level of things, these are some statistics which we are putting across on the technology front so that you understand that this is, going into complexity. We are almost holding about 150 plus GPUs, running 100 plus 50 plus GPU systems currently, and there are various sets of sandboxes which we are creating. And then there is a database, environment. And then we are obviously in next few slides, you will see that we are actually working on the engagement and with the stakeholders. And I'm rushing through this slide because of the fact that we are trying to say that we are, on the journey of continuous improvement, and that is extremely important. We are connecting with state governments and central governments under 6 different things. One is that we are wanting them to use the system so that they can provide the feedback, and we use the feedback to improve the system. The second part of the entire thing is about, which we call as Bhashini Udyat. Then we have Bhashini Mitra. Mitra is basically to ensure that we collaborate and build the models for new languages, improve for the current languages. Then we have Data Mitra. Data Mitra is talking about contributing data to improve our current models. App Mitra is creating new applications. Some of these new applications you will see in the form of hackathons when it is explained. Then we are coming to you people for, proliferating these technologies, because at our age, at our times, we heard that you learn English, otherwise you're doomed. We don't want that situation to happen. We are looking at you to be in your own language and still succeed, although we do not, that does not mean that you don't learn another language if you want to. You should if you want to. But that should not be a kind of basic to actually move forward. So that's something which we are trying to remove. And towards that, we are actually building domain in collaboration with central government. Then we are trying to work with, the different engagements with central government are listed here. Then we have, state governments, which are basically, we are collaborating with them. The engagement activities are mentioned here. And then, of course, what we are trying to do is that, for example, I was yesterday in the state of Maharashtra, and there we were talking about, the state owning up the model and improving it further, because if you talk Maharashtra, Marathi language, then they are the owners of that particular language. So similarly, Karnataka is the owner of Kannada language, Tulu also, so they have to, what we have done, we have open sourced, so we want them to improve the language, and hence we are comprehensively coming out with the program with each of the state government to improve the language to that extent. With the line ministry, we are, working with them to get the domain in. For example, agriculture. Agriculture is a domain which is best known by Ministry of Agriculture and the Agriculture University. So those are the places where we are working upon. Then we are, of course, creating products. So you have the low-hanging fruits like website translation, document translation, text translation. Those are the low-hanging fruits, but there are complex products which are getting created. You would be happy to know that, Survey of India is collaborating with us to create a map in 22 languages for every PIN code. The thematic map, which is created by NATMO, is actually, again, getting into 22 languages. So a lot of things are happening which will enable you to stay where you are in terms of language, but still progress, and all the material would be available to you, and language will not become a barrier for you to go forward. So, go to the last slide. So we have, again, connectivity, we are doing a lot of activities, so this is something which, the team would cover later, but I would like to cover the next one, which is about the, hackathons which we are doing. We have done about 10 odd, hackathons. In one of them, of course, Microsoft is also involved. And there are multiple hackathons which, we are working with various partners. Google has been our partner. We have Kyndryl as our partner. So there are multiple people who are working with us, plus we are conducting our own hackathons and innovation challenges. Some of them are also getting sponsored by state governments, so government of Maharashtra did it. Then Lok Sabha actually collaborated with us to do the hackathon for the preservation of the, preservation of old records which were there. So I would, sincerely urge that you should be basically following, and we are going to come up with more. So you should be following up on our page of hackathons and innovation challenges to take the things forward. Now, on the last, and then we are creating a community. So anybody who's having a linguistic domain should move into this particular domain thing. But go back. Now, this is what the, impact which we are creating. And this is extremely important because we are creating impact on increasing of productivity. So we have integrated, for example, with the e-office system of Government of India, and you can now speech to text your notings directly rather than dictating it to someone else. So there is an increase in productivity. We have actually, got the eGram Swaraj multilingual. So that is another sense of activity where we have made the society linguistically inclusive, digitally inclusive, because otherwise they were working in English. And then we did the Mahakumbh chatbot. So we reached out to the tourism sector out of that. We are doing voice-based payment with NPCI, so we have got into banking. SBI is going to soon launch the system on, Courtesy Ratan again, the translation plugin which he has developed will be on that particular system. And then, in healthcare, we are doing, again, information dissemination to digital health. So all in all, what I'm trying to say is that, we are earnestly looking forward from the students community to join us in this innovative journey forward, which is, again, the partnerships fall in all 4 or 5 domains. Number 1, use our products, give feedback. Number 2, come up with a problem statement of improving models, collect data and improve the models. We will be happy to fund you with an innovation challenge. Come up and think about an idea, develop a new application, and then you have about 100 friends who are connected to you in a real-time domain, physical domain. Please proliferate, and there is huge following of all you guys in social media. Take it forward, create the community so that everybody knows that there is a tool which exists of this kind, which is a co-created tool, AI-based tool, achieves the objective of bridging the linguistic divide, digital divide, literacy divide, and also proliferates the skills of AI and ML across the country. So thank you very much. Looking forward to working with you all.